So I got this Yuba Mundo Lux bike over here, which I think is pretty cool. Treated myself, and I wanted to put a motor on it and also have a seat on it. But the problem is that it doesn't come with a suspension fork. Now, I got myself a suspension fork, similar in spec. This is a Manitou. So this seems like it'll fit the quick release that comes with this. It'll fit my disc. It has the Yeah, it has the plate on it for a disc brake rotor. Not the rotor, for the squeezing thingy. I forget the name of the squeezing thingy because I'm an idiot. And I wanted to put this on. Now, I actually went to a bunch of different bike shops in the area, and a lot of the people at the e-bike Discord don't believe me when I say this, but they actually won't take money. So a lot of the bike shops in New York City are mostly hipster in nature, and they will find any way possible to condescend you when you walk in and ask for virtually anything. So I actually went to 3 or 4 different bike shops in the area, and I said, I would like to put this type of fork on here. I'm open to paying this amount for the fork, because I actually found this fork for around $200 or $300. I said I was willing to spend up to $500 for the fork, and I said I will pay, literally, I said, whatever you want to install it and do the work. And they said, like, no, we don't do work like that. No, not even like a no, it's just a no. And it's really one of those things where even if I was stranded in the middle of nowhere and close to death, I would rather saw off my own arm and eat it than give money to bike shops like that, because they're mostly hipster cunts. And it's really, really aggravating to deal with people who have that much contempt towards someone who wants to give them money. Now, they said it's impossible. They said it's not possible to install it on here. So I thought I would go through the process. Now, the thing is, this bike comes with a really weird fit. It has this it has a 1.5 inch fork. If you're thinking, no, a 1.5 inch thing, and most forks are 1 1/8 inch. So I have this adapter over here. I also got a bunch of the little these thingy pieces and all that out there. Now, I really have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, because I've never replaced a bike fork before. I don't know what I'm doing. However, I did try to pay the professional, and remember to install bearing race. See, I don't know what a bearing race is. So we're going to find out what that is shortly. Let's see if I can figure out how to do this. Again, I would have happily paid a professional. The problem is that I live in New York, and the bike shops are just can't even remotely. Hello, Paul. Did you just do what I think you just did?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Where do we begin? First thing is, I actually got a new set of handlebars as well, because I don't really like the handlebar that comes with this. I don't like this thing where it comes out like this. It's very weird. I'm used to this, not this. Everybody, meet my co-mechanic, Paul. He's going to be working on our Tesla division. We're going to be competing with Rich Rebuild soon.
God, no. He can have all that business.
So, first thing, you have to take this thing off first, I imagine, before you even get that.
You should probably take your handlebars off so you can lay all this down. Take this off.
I'm changing this and the handlebars entirely. Also, the problem with this setup is I don't have a chat that follows me, so I can't actually read chat because chat is far away.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so let's first...
You need to put a laptop over here with a full screen.
Yeah, we need a way to read chat, because that size 12 font across the room is unreadable. All right. So a bunch of people are probably saying stuff right now, and I can't read any of it because your text is like this tiny. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take off this section over here. I really got to get another real tripod for this other camera that I have. Get a laptop close. We're going to become a bike shop. Sure, I could just use my chair. Yeah, my chair will be a stand for the camera. This will get us a nice sturdy image. Steady image. Beautiful. No shaking at all. Nice and stable. All right. Okay. What do you think of my tripod, Paul?
It's mobile.
There you go. It's sitting on a chair. All right. Professional studio. Now, I'm going to be changing the handlebars altogether because I can't stand these handlebars. So I'm just going to loosen this thing. Let's see. Does this come off easily? How does this thing move? Huh? Oh. On my other bike, this came off much easier. This section over here. Do you pull on this? Paul's getting me set up with the chat right now. You're not the proper screwdriver. This can't be too difficult. Points to Paul if he doesn't trip over the HDMI cable behind him and destroy the setup. My camera tripod. That's a bunch of tiny text on the other side. So Paul is my... Whoa!
Cool.
Okay, so that's how that comes off. What? Okay, where's that screw? I was looking at the laptop right as I shouldn't have been.
Here, on both sides? Here. What screw? This guy?
Yeah, that thing. That's not an important screw, is it?
Kind of. Probably.
All right, so you have those spacers. I have spacers for the new one. You got to remove all the front... Yeah, I got to remove the front brake and all this shit from the handlebar. I'll just put this to the side for now. I should probably just take it off. I'm going to have to take it off later anyway. Yeah, I'm going to have to take it off later anyway. Might as well take it off now. Should have taken it off first. If anything, I'm good at not having the order of things down. The fork dropped. Indeed it did. Indeed it did. I'm excited for this impossible job. The gall of bike shops in this city. I'll tell people if I don't work on a Dell, I'm not going to tell them it's impossible. All right.
What the fuck is going on here?
What?
Great quality control. Look at all the metal shavings in the bearing. Why are there metal shavings all in this bearing? Wonderful quality control.
Can you get a good shot of that with this camera?
This is drill shavings.
Oh.
This is drilling shavings, metal shavings in the bearing, in the grease.
That's great stuff, Yuba. This is the same company that sent me the bike with a giant hole in the box right by the wheel, a bent wheel, and they wanted me to pay out of pocket to get it fixed.
Well, I can't fault them for shipping, because shipping fucking sucks, but they should still make it right.
Yeah, like the shipping breaks, quicks, and stuff that I send all the time. I just, deal with it. All right.
I see that as an issue.
Paul's the cameraman. Okay. I'm going to get the stuff off of the handlebars so that I can continue.
So I see this bearing here as going to be an issue because you need an adapter plate for the bottom of this now. That bearing needs to saddle in here, so you need an adapter down here for that bearing.
I didn't know about that. Shizzle.
Yeah.
Was Bike Shop correct? You should know the replacement... Lewis, you should show the replacement fork and its parts before proceeding. That's the replacement fork down there. Okay, I need another... Perhaps the bike shop was correct. Oh no, I refuse to let the hipsters win.
I don't think it's going to be impossible. I think it might be difficult.
Yeah, because it's really... The annoying part is, like, I would want to be able to pay someone to tell me what I need ahead of time, but I can't.
Because even if you need to get a part machined, you can still make a part that's going to cradle that bearing for this.
That's going to be fun. Okay. Take brake off. I don't need you. I would take two original fork out first. I would take two original fork out first. I would take two original fork out. I don't know what that means. That sentence is too confusing to me.
Sentences are hard.
You're changing out the handlebar as well. Yes. Why are you disconnecting the handlebars from the brake? I don't even have a throttle on this. What are you talking about? Are you on Crack's Traditionalist? I don't have a throttle. I'm not using this handlebar anyway. I'm not going to be using this handlebar. This handlebar is not the one I'm going to use, so let's get out of here. Now we're talking machinist. No wonder bike shop refused. Is it really machinist? I'm not sure.
If you might have to get a part turned on a lathe. To fit this bearing down here on that, you might have to get a piece turned.
What is that thing?
There. That's how the wheel turns in here. So this is a bearings. This is the bearings in a captured and everything.
And that,
So this is what allows this.
So this is much thicker than that.
Much.
That doesn't look like the difference between 1/5, 1.5 inches, and 1 1/8.
See, and this bearing here needs to ride on something down here.
Okay, so that's the part that I'm missing.
I mean, you could probably get this race out of here, but then you need an adapter to adapt that race to this size.
Yeah.
I mean, the adapters probably exist. You just need to know what the hell they're called.
That's the hard part. Bearing cup, says Sean. It's called a headset. Is that called a headset?
No idea. I don't know bike anatomy. I proved that many times.
It's really creepy when I see other people using my girlfriend pet names that are not dating her. But fucking YouTube people are fucking creepy as hell. Yeah. You can't use that fork with that frame. Why not?
You're just telling problems with no solution.
Yeah, that's literally that's useless. You're like that's genius bar right there. It's like you can't fix that because the board is because it's a logic board. Be less of a genius bar. The headset is the bearing on the fork. The fork is smaller than new. Get a new fork.
They don't make a suspension fork this size.
If the new one is 1 1/8 and the old one is 1/4, you need a cup adapter. I do have an adapter at the front, but I don't have that. I have where's my adapter thing? This is the only thing that I have here. I have this. Like this is supposed to be an adapter for 1.5 inch to 1 1/8 inch. This shit. What is this?
See, this is not a bearing adapter. This is going to go on the top here.
Yeah, so I need one of those for the other side.
You need the bearing adapter that goes down here. That's going to be like this, all the way at the bottom, and then the bearing goes in here. That's what we need.
Okay. So that's another piece. And get a milling machine and make your own part. I mean, have Paul make them for you. The fork is meant to mate to the frame within a tolerance. The bearing is intended to allow the fork to turn while maintaining the strength of the pipe within the frame. Okay. That fork is too small for that frame. That fork is too narrow, you would have a lot of play on the bearing and the fork. Yeah.
That's why we have the adapters.
I have an adapter, but I only have an adapter for up there, not down there. Do you need the bearing? You are screwed, Lewis. That fork is too narrow. Do you have a solution? What would fit? Looks like a lot of work. Yes. They said even with the adapter, you are screwed. Hipster Bike Shop is correct. Cannot let Hipster Bike Shop be correct. That is the bearing race you have. It is not the correct bearing race, though, if I'm seeing correctly. Now, that is not a I thought that was the piece for the top, not for the bottom.
That's not a bearing race. This has a split in it.
Time to please Brody.
It's going to be a bearing race if it has a split in it.
I'm pleased broing the e-bike Discord people that suggested I change the fork on this.
Well, that's lunch.
Hey! Son of a bitch.
Don't break my MacBook.
I wonder if I can use Paul's MacBook and machine it down into a bearing adapter. Someone said that's just illegal. What is that now? That is a bearing race you have. It's not the correct bearing race, though, if I'm seeing correctly. What makes it incorrect? So I know what to look for. That is press fit onto the fork. It is for using a non-tapered fork and a tapered headset bearing. Huh. The ring with the split is a bearing race, not enough for installing into that bike. There is no RTFM to do this because it's not something that you're supposed to do. Seditionalist is onto a solution. Make the old fork axle as a bearing. Does the new fork have an integrated bearing? It does not. Wheel width or what? Tube width? Ah, here we go. Black Moons is here. Mr. Black Moon. Houston is the other part of the 1/8 headset to go into the adapter, I think. Yes, what are those parts, Black Moon? You need a tapered headset. Okay, well, let's see, one at a time. Chill out. The new fork did not come with a bearing, I'm just guessing. Correct, it did not. He still needs the other parts of a 1 1/8 headset. Yeah, so this is... Yeah, let's show the Black Moon, man. Black Moon to the rescue here. He's my... So you have this... So this is the bearing thingy on the existing fork. This is the fork that I wound up buying. But this fork, this is way tinier down here. So this bearing would have to come out of here and then go on here. But that's not going to fit. So let's say I... Son of a... I forgot to... still have the wheel on here. And this light rubbish. So yeah, for this to go on there... Oh, so this bearing is shit. There's metal shavings everywhere. I can't reach over and show you the metal shavings everywhere. Maybe I can. Focus, little camera. Look at that nice Yuba quality right there. Anyway. Wah, wah, wah. Let's see what the moon says. He has to remove his existing headset, install the adapter, then install a new 1 1/8 inch headset. Okay, so what am I looking for? Please bro me. Hit me with that please bro action. I'm trying to avoid it, Paul B, because every time I go to a bike shop, every single time, they just stare at me like, you're a retard for even offending me by asking me for this. And it's just kind of aggravating to do. So let's see. I'm self-harming watching this butchery. You little fucking bitch. Like, I unscrewed a fork and put it down. Like, can you show people on the doll where the stream hurt you? So what Lewis is trying to do is the equivalent of trying to attach a 14-inch laptop to a 17-inch laptop. That's precisely what we're doing here. There's a bunch of metal shavings by the bearing in CC, which is kind of lame. Let's see. So, what the fork? Indeed. All right, so let's go on the internet and see if I could find what I need there. We're going to go on the internet. And that will hurt more of you. Remember, words are violence. I learned that at college. Okay. 1/8 inch. Wait, 1.5 inch to anything bearing adapter. Let's see what the internet says. What are these things that show up? We'll open this and a bunch of these links and see what shows up. The outside radius of your old fork axle. Isn't this a standard though? This whole like 1.5 inch versus 1 1/8 inch? So you have this thing. I don't know if that's the thing. That's the reducer. Okay. What's the thingy? I don't know which one of these is the bearing adapter. Maybe it's this thing? I think I need this. I think this comes with multiple things, and like one of them is for one area and the other's for the other. Hard to tell. Check bike manufacturer specs for details about fork. I already know that the fork itself, they said, is 1.5 inch. They really didn't give me much of any information. Yuba is pretty useless in that regard. I'll give them a call, Paul B. I'll give them a call. But I have a fairly good feeling they're going to tell me to go fuck myself. Got this thing over here. Adapter headset for the... What's this thing? Is this what I'm looking for, or some random bling shit? I think I'm looking for this thing. I think it's this thing. Arrives July 23rd. Oh, that is a kick in the teeth right there. That is an absolute kick in the teeth. Measure the bottom of your new and old fork. It looks like 1/8. No, I know that already. I need the piece. I thought I bought it, but I bought the piece for the top, not the piece for the bottom. What forks do you find by searching for 1.5 inch non-tapered forks? I don't understand that question or what that has to do with this. You can find tapered 1.5 inch forks, but then of course need an adapter for the top. This is for a tapered head tube. Nah. Let's see. The bottom 1/8, 1 1/8 inch on your fork, so you don't need an adapter to fit it to a bigger headset. Okay, that's the confusing part. Because if we go over here, it does look like I do need that. Here, let's see. So this thing over here, there. So this bearing thingy is way bigger than this fork thingy. So I imagine that oh, damn you, lens. My lens isn't locking. I forgot this lens is too heavy for this freaking camera. So this is way thinner than this, because this is 1.5 inch and that's 1 1/8 inch. So I need to get an adapter that allows this to go through here. And I imagine I would need an adapter for 2 sections, because there's a bearing over there and there's a bearing that goes down there. So that seems like in order to put that on here, you would need quite a bit of, you would need 1 adapter for the top and 1 adapter for the bottom, in addition to this thing. So I bought this thing, but this thing really seems to be not even remotely close to what it is you need. That thing goes up here, but that's technically not really going to help you with the bearing. This is really, this isn't going to do shit with the bearing. That it looks like that thing goes up there. So I need some sort of adapter that goes in the bottom and on the top. Now I go over back to the YouTube chat. I mean, let's see. E-bike Discord has given up because they see this, my figuring this out, likely as hopeless as I do. All right, next. You won't reuse the same bearing. You'll need a same size reduction for both top and bottom. You should be able to lift the lower race from the old fork. Yeah, I could take the bearing off, but it's not going to fit on the new fork. Even with an adapter, it'll be wobbly. Better to get a fork with the right diameter. Yeah, I'll give them a call, Paul. I have my reservations. But I could buy a 1.5 inch fork, but I don't think they exist here. Let's see. Do they exist? Let's take a look. Do these things exist? All right. I don't want to go on eBay. I don't really trust eBay. Like, eBay is a shit show. Buy a sealed headset. I don't know if you can put a smaller diameter fork head in the frame. You put too much stress in the headset, especially for city biking. One pothole and you're screwed. Yeah, I'm kind of seeing that now. I thought it was less of a difference than it actually is. So let's see. Do they make suspension forks? Do they make suspension forks that are 1.5 inch? Does that actually exist? I don't think anybody's ever made that. But one way to find out, right? So 1.5 inch. Okay, the only 1.5 inch fork that exists is, holy shit! Oh my god! You've got to be fucking kidding me. $1,000. And it's not even in stock for 2 weeks. Yeah, Paul, I'll give them a call, and I will give them a call later today. I will see. Holy shit. Oh. Okay, there's got to be another site but Jensen. Fuck that. Let's see. 1.5 inch suspension fork. Okay, maybe you know what? We'll try eBay. That's not life in the big city. Okay, what are some good sites that have forks? 1.5 inch suspension by fork. You get one item that is not a suspension fork from fucking Britain. LOL. You need a coil fork, no air. We're not even getting into that yet. You're going far too much. You're diving into details before we've even gotten that far. Let's see. Reduction headset 1.5 to 1/8 seems to produce some links. Well, let's try it. Okay, bicycle reducing headsets for sale. Why is it always eBay winning? I'm kind of eBay just kind of scares me for this stuff. I have enough experience with eBay for my industry to not trust it anywhere else. Let's see. Drop your front pressure. No. None of these titles even say 1.5 inch. Or reducer. Like, that's strange. Huh. Okay, what's this thing? This thing doesn't look like... the thing is, I don't really know exactly what I'm looking for, so I'm not quite sure how to know when I see it. TH brand, 36 degree, micro angular contact bearings, red seal. Alright, I will be at... I give up. I cave. Hipsters, you win! You win this round, bike hipsters. You win. I can't put a different fork on this bike. You win! You were correct. I admit failure to the genius bar of bikes. Alright. I will move on with my day and do something else. Oh man, there's so much shit that I needed that I didn't get before I started this freaking project. Oh well.